say this a lot, but all of my job, so very much, especially on mornings like this. Hey, welcome back to Good Day Sacramento. I'm Molly Reel, live in Capay Valley at Hungry Hollows Grove. This is a grove of 100,000 olive trees, one of 4 groves that belong to Cobram Estate in the state of California. Now, Cobram Estate started in Australia more than 2 decades ago, quickly became the biggest producer of olive oil in Australia. Instead of importing the olive oil to the United States, it didn't really fit with your model of sustainability, did it, Leandro? So you decided, let's grow the olives, let's do the entire process here in California. And so we're in Capay Valley now. You process it in Woodland. It is all pretty hyper-local, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. 100% local. Extra virgin olive oil is really the fresh juice of the olive. It's a fresh product. And like with any other fresh product, local is fresher and fresher is better. And in the case of extra virgin olive oil, better means healthier for all of us. So great thing to do it here.
Yeah, and just the scale of your production. I mean, we're in one of your groves, 100,000 trees. You said per day, 120,000 pounds of olive?
From each machine.
From each machine. Okay, let's talk about this machine, and we're going to walk under it. This is Colossus. This is a proprietary machine to Cobram Estate. Talk about what this machine can do.
It actually gently picks the trees. It does about, what this machine picks in 1 minute is what a person takes a day to pick. So it allows us to go very efficiently, do that very quickly, and because of that, send the fruit very quickly to the mill to preserve the quality of the oil.
Yeah, and watch out for your head. There's olives coming. Now, I want you to come this way, too, because we'll kind of show a before and after, just see how efficient this machine really is.
The difference here between a tree that has a lot of fruit and then the machine has picked, it picks it with more than 95% efficiency. So it's actually a very, very efficient picking machine.
Yeah, I mean, look at this tree. There are no olives left. Because you have so much land, you're able to produce a variety of olives, and so olive oil as well, right?
Yes, we have here more than 8 different varieties, and each variety of olives, very similar to wines, can produce a very different style of oil that hopefully we're going to taste back in the mill.
Yes. You know, sometimes people associate bigger with maybe less sustainably, kind of a funny little combination there. But with you, it really is all about sustainability. This is a fully vertically integrated process from tree to table. You can actually, you said, if I gave you any bottle of Cobram Estate olive oil, you can pinpoint which row of trees it came from.
Absolutely. Olives as a crop is an incredibly sustainable crop. It's a very efficient use of water, which is so important here in California, but also every liter of olive oil that we produce is actually a net carbon sink. So we're sinking more carbon dioxide than what we are emitting to the atmosphere. So it's a fantastic and very sustainable crop.
Yeah, I read that 0.35% of everything that happens here actually is waste, which is pretty incredible. As he mentioned, we are going to go see the milling. It is a very fresh product. So like these olives will become olive oil within hours. So we're going to get to see that full process. We are taking you from tree to table. Later in the 9 o'clock hour, we get to eat that olive oil. I cannot wait. So I hope you join us. And if you see Cobram Estate on the shelf at the grocery store, it's basically at every store. No, this is where it came from, right in your own backyard.
You know we love a good origin story. Thanks, Molly.
And the olives
Exactly.
may have been touched by Molly Reel.
Ooh. Well, the time has come to harvest those delicious little olives. In this hour, we're getting a closer look at the process.
And Molly Reel's live in Capay. You're ready to lend a helping hand this morning. Hey, Molly.
Hey, Laverne.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, how do you like my new look, guys? Yeah, so I was in Capay Valley earlier. Now I am in Woodland, just a 20-minute drive from the Grove to the mill here with Cobram Estate. And actually, these olives may have beat me here. So we are sharing the full tree-to-table experience with you of how they make olive oil. And this is truly where the magic happens. So we're with Connor. He's the Chief Operating Officer of Cobram Estates here in California. And if people are just tuning in, you guys are the largest producer of olive oil in Australia, moved to California, one of the largest in California, but also very sustainable, vertically integrated. So talk about this process as we see these olives.
Behind us, you can see the olives making their path from the grove earlier today through the process to become olive oil. So we'll walk through here as you continue through. you can see your de-leafer here. The de-leafer will sort everything other than olives into a colour sorter, which is a backup, which will sort anything defective that we don't want to get through the process into our olive oil to make olive oil, which could affect the quality.
Right, so a lot of olive oil manufacturers, they process out the leaves and the sticks, but you take it a step further, you get rid of all the bad olive.
Exactly right, so you can really control that process.
Okay, and now the crusher.
Yep, you got your crusher here, so the olives will go upstairs, feed into the crusher, which will turn that whole olive into paste.
And I just want to reiterate, the olives that we are seeing, every single one of these olives are olives that were harvested this morning.
Correct.
Okay, so now this is the greatest smell in the entire world. What's happening here, Connor?
So after the process where the olive is turned into paste, it'll go in a big malaxa, which is a glorified oven, which will slowly warm it up to get that separation from oil to pomace. And under here we'll take a quick peek and you'll really be able to see that separation process happening.
I mean, I just want to be buried in this. It smells so good, and look how beautiful that top of olives is. Now let's make our way to where the real magic is. Okay, and watch your step, Photog Dwayne. We're putting him through a little obstacle course this morning. Okay, so what are we seeing coming? Oh, right here first.
Yep, so the first step for the process is going through the decanter. This will separate water, oil and pomace to one end, pomace to the other, and then through to the next step here at the separator, which will sort the olive oil from the water.
Okay, and as we see it come out, it's kind of a green color, literally liquid gold. That's the first harvest, right?
Absolutely, correct.
Okay, and guess what, you guys? I get to get a little taste. Now, this is literally olives that were harvested this morning, and that is how fresh, that is how quickly
that is fresh,
it becomes. It's a little spicy when it's like this. It is. I forgot to cheers you. Oh my gosh, it does not, it's still warm, you guys.
Oh, wow.
There you go, fresh is best. You get that on the back of the pallet, you'll get a nice peppery zing.
Fresh is best. Now, we told you we were taking you from tree to table, so next up, of course, is table. We are with one of Sacramento's most acclaimed local chefs, Allison Harvey. She's going to put together some dishes for us and show you just how useful, delicious, healthy, and wonderful Cobram Estate is. So we'll see you in just a little bit. Come hungry. Fresh is best.
Thanks, Molly.
Thank you, Molly.
They are small and delicious, and this morning we're learning all about the harvesting process of olives and how it turns into olive oil.
So we're going to check back in with Molly Reel, who is learning all about the process and showing us at the same time. Hey, Molly.
Yes, now is where the real magic happens, right? So earlier this morning, we started in the Grove in Capay Valley with Cobram Estates. It's 100,000 trees, one of 4 groves that Cobram Estates has. Then we were here in Woodland seeing how it literally went from olive to oil within hours. And now we are seeing how it goes from oil to some delicious food. So we were with Chef Allison Harvey. She's pretty well known in Sacramento, part of the team that brought Sacramento its first Michelin star. She's with Notre Firm Catering now. And you have created some delicious dishes, but you're a brand ambassador with Cobram Estate. You're actually the reason why I really got interested in it, because we were doing a cooking segment. You were using it, and I was like, gosh, if she's using it, there must be something about it.
Yes, it's been a wonderful partnership for the past 2 years. I love their olive oil, all the like the different types. It's very versatile, from, you know, baking to making salad dressings, all the way to like cooking meat and sauteing vegetables.
Yeah, so we kind of have an example. We have our 3 everyday essentials. By the way, all 3 which won gold at the New York olive oil competition. No big deal. And Leandro, instead of, you know, doing the varietals, you kind of just give it the flavor profile. So you have mild, classic, robust.
Yeah, it's very much like with wines. Different olive oil varieties produce very different styles of oil, and we go from very, very mild one in the case of one variety called Alpecina, then to a more fruity, medium, more versatile style, like in the case of the classic, and then all the way to the robust, which is more of a peppery, pungent flavors, led to a variety called Coratina, which is sort of give us all the wide range of oils that we can produce.
Yeah, so Chef Allison, we're starting with the mild, and you've made this. Tell us about this cake.
So it's an olive oil cake. We use the mild. We use the local citrus, a little bit of Devonshire, and some local berries.
Oh my, chef. Okay, next up with the classic. They're so good.
Thank you. So we did a fall kind of harvest salad. We did roasted pears, candied walnuts, a little bit of arugula. We made the salad dressing with classic.
It brings it out, but it's also kind of the star of the show as well.
Exactly. I think that's what I love about the olive oils is it's actually an ingredient.
Right.
And so it's not something that not only do we finish with, but it's part of the whole dish and kind of rounds it out.
Okay, and with the robust, we've got meat and potatoes.
Exactly. What's really great in what I've started doing, I've started cooking with this olive oil all the way through to using steak, sauteing any vegetables, searing meat, searing fish. So it's really versatile, and that's what I love about it.
It's so delicious, and I like that you mentioned you can cook with it too. I think with nice olive oil, or very good quality olive oil, sometimes you're afraid to cook with it. Do everything with this oil. Bathe in it if you have to. Just finally wrapping it up, you have Chef Allison advocating for you. You just have Curtis Stone as one of your brand ambassadors now too, so you must be very proud.
Absolutely, and for us it's very important to partner with great chefs to send that message that not only do you can cook with extra virgin olive oil, but also that you should cook with it. It's great for flavor, great for health, but also technically it's a perfect media to cook with.
Hey, and great for us here locally. If you are at the grocery store, you see this bottle, go ahead and grab it. You know exactly where this came from. I'm gonna eat this steak because I couldn't cut into it gracefully, so I will send it back to you as I devour this. Thank you guys so much for the full treat to table experience. What a treat for me, and I hope also for you too.
It's okay. We'll watch. Go ahead. Thank you, Molly.
Thanks, Molly.
Appreciate it. We'll spare you that. Thank you.